Yes, sir. Ambassador Plays back in the building. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Not just well, but swell. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And look, y'all, today we got a little bit different format style than the videos we usually post, which is nothing wrong with that. Trying new things and things that I like to do. So let me know, depending on the viewership of this video and or the comments that you guys leave, that'll determine whether or not I do this more in the future, but I am perfectly willing and able to do it. So make sure you drop a like if you agree or can see anything that you like about this video or the personality, whatever it may be, or the gameplay. Drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel to join the AP Army. I would love to graft you into this family where we lift each other up, build each other up, and we're all about optimism and brotherhood. So today we got the top 3 characters in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero if you want to win. I'm gonna just be honest. That does not necessarily mean at all that you need skill to play these characters, but these are, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, but I have a lot of hours played on this game. I'm Z rank like 3 times over, so I think my opinion is certified, but you know, who knows. So coming in at the #1 spot, we have MUI Goku. Oh my gosh, yo, like, I don't even know where do I even start with this character. So what makes him the best character in the game, in my opinion? What gives him the #1 spot? Well, let's go down the list. So MUI Goku, let's start with the fact that he has auto dodge. Auto dodge is something that literally dodges all of your base ki blast attacks and all of your regular light attacks. So when you just tap triangle to throw ki blast and you tap square to attack people, auto dodge will dodge that almost every single time. Almost every single time. Now, it does take ki, so technically along with the auto dodge for MUI, there is ki consumption, but not a noticeable amount to where it feels punishable or effective whatsoever. And if you've ever played this game against MUI, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The thing that makes this so strong though is that in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, the #1 way that you can win fights and deal damage to your opponent is by hitting them from the backside. Pause, okay? Pause on that. But if you hit them from the backside, pause, when their back is facing you and you're hitting them, there is nothing that they can do to get out of that combo except for super counter or time a heavy vanish and time like a heavy attack and vanish. Those are the only 2 things that they can do to get out of that combo. Other than that, you're stuck, buddy. And so the reason this auto dodge is so powerful is because even when MUI's back is towards you and you press square, if you do not charge it up or you do not do a ki blast that charges up, which by the way takes time, he's gonna dodge your attacks. He's gonna dodge your punches. So even if you feel like you have an opportunity to attack your opponent because you somehow managed to get their back, yo, he can still dodge, and so it just makes it unbelievably powerful, and it gives this character a level of defense that most other characters in the game just do not have. On top of that, okay, he has Wild Sense. Wild Sense is a skill move that takes some of your sparking meter points. It only takes 2, if I'm not mistaken. And Wild Sense allows you to just willy-nilly, woofy-goofy, you know, just attack your opponent. You know, you can either play passive or aggressive with Wild Sense, but as soon as they hit you with something or a rush super, it will dodge it automatically for you. Not only will it dodge it, it will hit your opponent. Now, this is counterable, right? You can counter this, but you have to be a high-level player and you have to be watching the skill gauge meter of your opponent. Most people who are not that good at the game, they don't do that, so Wild Sense absolutely destroys them, and it hits you with a move that has incredible knockback, and you can get into a knockback chain. So we went over the auto dodge, we went over the Wild Sense. Now he also has Instant Spark. Instant Spark takes 4 skill points and he goes straight into sparking mode, which is very dangerous, which leads into our very next point, is his ki blast. Now MUI arguably has the absolute best ki blast in the game. Allow me to explain. His regular triangle ki blasts are nothing special. They're good, they're effective, the tracking is decent on them, but when he holds triangle, sometimes he does a regular ki blast, but most of the times he does what's called an air punch, man. This air punch, unlike other charged ki blasts, is not deflectable, and you cannot drag and dash through this air punch. You have no choice but to just take it, and if you block, it does considerable chip damage. If you don't block, now you get hit. And MUI also, if he has your back, he can hit you with a chain of 2, 3, or 4 of these air punches, and it will do considerable damage. It's not weak whatsoever, it's actually very strong. Okay, to match this, he has a teleporting instant transmission type of rush super. Okay, so if you're somebody that likes to try to go into sparking mode, you can't do that around MUI, because as soon as you get that animation to go into sparking mode, or as soon as that blue meter gets close to the end, he can do that teleporting move from wherever he is and end up right in your face and punish you for an easy 10 to 12,000 damage, depending on whether or not he boosts it. Okay, lastly, I believe I'm not forgetting anything. I don't believe I'm forgetting anything. I think he has a rush super, not a rush super, a blast super for MUI. I think it's a Kamehameha or something like that. But you know, by the way, his supers do a lot of damage, like 10,000 damage each, if I'm not mistaken, anywhere between 9.5 to 12,000 damage if you boost it. Lastly would be his rush chains. Rush chains, for those of you who don't know, is just your 5 times when you press square. It's that move right there. And then you can integrate heavy attacks, which is the triangle button if you're on PlayStation, anytime within your 5-hit variation on your rush chains. And so MUI Goku has the ideal rush chain. He has a gut punch, he has flying kicks, and he has rolling hammer, man. The flying kicks can easily open up your opponent if they're blocking. Unless you block high, it will go through your guard, and now you can get into a vicious combo cycle. The gut punch stuns your opponent and it leaves you vulnerable / open for a super attack, whatever MUI Goku wants to do, or he could even go instant spark or pop a wild sense. So that's amazing. And then your rolling hammer, man, do I even need to say anything about rolling hammer? Rolling hammer allows you to turn your opponent around and you can get into the most vicious combos of all time, and unless you super counter, you're done, buddy. So because of all of those things that I've named, I think that it's very easy and it's undisputable that MUI Goku gets that #1 spot, man. So going into the #2 spot, we have Whis. Now, much like MUI Goku, Whis has auto dodge. Oh, okay, sorry. For MUI Goku, I also wanted to give an overall category character rating from 1 through 10. I give him a 10, hands down. Hands down, MUI Goku is a 10. Okay, so next we got Whis. Whis is Goku's trainer in Dragon Ball Super, Goku and Vegeta's trainer. He helped them unlock their Super Saiyan Blue variants, and so, you know, without saying too much, he's that guy. Everybody knows he's that guy. So much like MUI Goku, he also has auto dodge, but Whis auto dodge does not take any ki consumption. So now, while MUI's ki is slowly drained during his auto dodge and it does not seem noticeable, it still happens. Whereas Whis, there is no ki consumption whatsoever. So that right off the bat, that puts Whis in a level and a category of his own, okay? Then with Whis Ki Blast, they're not as cheesy as MUI Goku, but they do a considerable amount of damage, okay? And they kind of hover and float through the air, so you can kind of use them as a shield of some sort while you're charging up. Whis also charges up very fast, and his rush chain consists of, I'm sorry, I don't use Whis that much, and that's my fault. I should have, you know, looked at it before making this video, but I know, if I'm not mistaken, he has a gut punch. He has this kind of like a ki air move where it goes all around you, not a ki eye cannon where you put your hand forward, but it's like a Gogeta has it as well, where you just do kind of like this little power up thing. I think Whis taps his staff and it's like a little air circle that covers the circumference of his body, and it slowly pushes his, not slowly, but it pushes his enemy away a little bit. He also has high kicks, and I believe he has gut punch and another high kicks. I'm pretty sure that's his rush chain. So he doesn't have the rolling hammer like MUI Goku, but if I'm being frank, this character doesn't need it. Also, he is unbelievably powerful. 2 combos from Whis will do about 10,000 damage, and for those of you who don't know, every health bar you have is 10,000 health points. Let's just call them health points. So when a character like Whis does 2 rush chains to you and does 10,000, yo, goodbye to your health bar. You better have more than 1, because if you don't, you're done. All right. So and then moving into this, Whis does not have instant sparking like MUI, but he has a snack time move. It costs the same amount as instant sparking, 4 skill points, and it heals you considerably up to a bar of health. Now it is very important that we take note of this, because this can change the tides of a fight. All right, he already starts with 4 health bars, okay? He already starts with 4 health bars. Now, if he just gets 4 skill points from his skill gauge meter, he can heal up to a bar of health. So that puts Whis just in an insane category already. Then on top of that, Whis has a special where he gets you in like this twirly tornado type joint. This thing, if you block it, does considerable chip damage, okay? And then if you get hit by it, goodbye, buddy. It's like an easy 11 to 12,000 damage, all right? And the thing about this that makes it so ridiculous is that it's not vanishable. Some people, I think it's a small minority in the community, argue that it is vanishable. I've never seen it, and I doubt that they've ever done it. Okay, so as far as I'm concerned, it's not vanishable and it does ridiculous damage. If you do happen to block it, if you do happen to block it, get ready to take some serious chip damage. Okay, so there's nothing good about being on the back end of that special being used on you. Then he can go into instant sparking. His ultimate, very powerful, and his other super, I believe it's just a beam. I'm not 100% certain, but Whis is just absolutely insane for those reasons that I've listed right there. He has healing, he has an auto dodge that takes no ki, he has a very good rush chain, not the best in the world, but a very good one, and he has a special that does insane or considerable chip damage, insane damage, and is not vanishable. That right there, combined with the pure strength of this character, makes him very, very, very difficult to deal with, man. Extremely difficult to deal with. So overall, I'm giving this character a 9.7 out of 10. And you know, I'm not gonna lie, I would honestly say a 10 out of 10 as well. Yeah, I'm gonna go 10 out of 10. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree with that, but I fought some Whis, and that auto dodge, the fact that it works from the backside as well, pause that. The fact that it works from the backside and it takes no ki when you're on Whis, it's insane, man. Yeah, I'm giving him a 10. I'm giving him a 10. Now, number 3. And I know a lot of people might disagree with me, which is fine. This is just my opinion. I'm giving it to Legendary Super Saiyan Kale. Okay, I'm giving it to Legendary Super Saiyan Kale. This character is so insane that I believe it is the fusion, actually. I don't freaking know. But Legendary Super Saiyan Kale, absolutely unbelievable. I believe it's Legendary Super Saiyan Kale, or is it, whatever one is the Legendary Super Saiyan Broly knockoff. That character does insane damage. The character has flying kicks and rolling hammer in their rush chain, Ki cannon, and a gut punch. So that rush chain, absolutely ideal. The only thing that will make it better is if they had flying kicks first. I believe Kale's is flying kicks second. But let me tell you why I believe this character deserves a spot, or can arguably be put in the top 3 best characters in the game. Not only is the damage insane, the supers are insane. They both do easy 10,000 damage without being boosted. They have a special move that stuns you. Okay, now you can, with this character list, this 3-character list, these are characters that will give you easy wins. The characters that will give you the easiest wins. I truly believe Kale is one of them. Legendary Super Saiyan Kale is one of them. I was playing ranked the other day and I got absolutely destroyed by a Legendary Super Saiyan Kale, and I'm no bum at the game. But what I didn't realize is that Kale has a stun move that only cost, hear me, it literally only cost 2 stock skill points. That is insane. That is absolutely insane, man, and it stuns you. It comes out very fast. There's dang near no telegraph, right, of the move being done. There's no hint that the move's about to be done. You just have to be ready for it. Like, of course, there's some kind of hint that the move's about to be done because it's an animation, but it's so fast. Other people who have this, like Deborah or Super Saiyan God Goku with the God Bind, theirs takes a long time. Like, it takes a long time, rightfully so. Not Legendary Super Saiyan Kales. It stuns you for about 2.5 seconds, and then on top of this, what most players do is they do their Rush Super, which does an easy 10,000 damage. If you boost it, say goodbye, buddy. You're talking 13,000 damage. Now, we've already established before that 1 health bar is 10,000. So if you're doing that, you're killing your opponent's health bar. It's just ridiculous. And the fact that stun move only takes 2 skill points, and then the special only takes 3 key bars, yo, it's just insane. On top of that, they have a good rush kit, very strong character, and unless you're using a character that's 7 DP or above, when you hit them, they have hyper armor, so you will not be able to have them flinch unless you hit them with a charged up ki blast or a smash attack, a slightly charged or fully charged smash attack. That's the only way they'll flinch if you're with a character that's under 7 DP. So that's my number 3, man. A couple honorable mentions are Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I do not personally believe that Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is better than any of the characters that I mentioned. I could be wrong. This is just my opinion after having multiple hours on this game, hundreds of hours played on this game. Yeah, that's that, and I would give Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta an honorable mention. He has Wild Sense, he has Instant Spark, unbelievable. His attack power is insane, but he doesn't have anything cheese like auto dodge. The characters that I named, they have things that can be considered very cheesy. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, the only way you could consider him cheesy is because he just does such an insane amount of damage and he has Wild Sense and Instant Spark, but he doesn't have an auto dodge, he doesn't have a move that stuns you, that gives you an automatic special, so he's still beatable. Obviously these other characters are beatable as well, but it's very, very, very difficult to do so, and he also doesn't have hyper armor like legendary Super Saiyan Kale. Another honorable mention I would have to say is maybe Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, but yo guys, I'm not gonna lie, those three that I mentioned, that's what I'm rocking with as of right now, with all of the times I played this game, all of the Z ranks that I fought, all of the scumbags and quick matches that I fought. And so let me know what you guys think about this list. I think it's pretty accurate, but then again, this is just my opinion, so I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know what you thought of this video. Drop a like if you liked it, subscribe to the channel, become a part of the family, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace. God bless.